Right now, somewhere in your pocket or on the table beside you, your phone is waiting. You haven't touched it in maybe 10 minutes. Your hand twitches toward it anyway. You tell yourself you're checking the time. You're not. You're checking for something else entirely, and you don't even know what. The real answer is far stranger than addiction, far older than apps, and it has almost nothing to do with the phone itself. Your phone didn't create this urge. It found something that was already there, something that's been running quietly in your nervous system for nearly 2 million years, long before screens, before cities, before anyone had ever seen a written word. To understand it, you have to go back, not centuries, not millennia, further. Back to a small band of hominins walking the grasslands of East Africa, long before they were fully human. Picture one of them, alone for a moment, separated from the group. The wind shifts. A sound comes from the tall grass. Was that a predator? Was that nothing? Their heart rate spikes. Their eyes dart toward the sound, then back to the group, then toward the sound again. This isn't anxiety. This is survival software, and it's checking constantly for threats and for safety. Anthropologist Sarah Blaffer-Hrdy has spent decades studying what she calls alloparenting and the deep cooperative instincts of early humans. Her research suggests something striking. Human infants, unlike almost any other primate, are born radically dependent on multiple caregivers, not just a mother. That dependency shaped the entire architecture of the human brain. From birth, you were wired to scan your environment for who is near you, who is paying attention to you, and whether you are safe within the group. This scanning behavior didn't disappear when humans built houses and cities. It didn't disappear when threats stopped hiding in the grass. It just lost its target. And then, decades ago, it found a new one. Here's the part that should make you sit up. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a real social threat and a digital one. When a notification appears, your brain doesn't ask, "Is this an app?" It asks an older, blunter question: "Is something happening with my group?" Psychologist B.F. Skinner discovered something in the 1950s that would, decades later, explain almost exactly why you can't put your phone down. Skinner ran experiments with pigeons and a lever. When the lever delivered a food pellet every single time, the pigeons pressed it occasionally, calmly, like checking the mail. But when Skinner changed the lever so it delivered a reward unpredictably, sometimes nothing, sometimes a pellet, the pigeons pressed it obsessively, compulsively. They couldn't stop. This is called a variable ratio reinforcement schedule, and it is without exaggeration the most powerful behavior-shaping mechanism ever documented in psychology. Casinos run on it, slot machines are built entirely around it, and your phone, whether or not its designers intended the comparison, runs on the exact same principle. You don't know if the next refresh will bring something interesting. Sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes it's a message from someone who matters to you. Sometimes it's a number going up. That unpredictability is not a bug in the design, it is the entire design. But why does your brain respond so violently to something as small as a number going up? Why does a like feel like anything at all? Because for nearly your entire evolutionary history, social approval wasn't a vanity metric, it was survival currency. A hominin who was liked, trusted, and included by the group got food when they were sick, got protection when predators came close, got a mate. A hominin who was excluded, ignored, or cast out often didn't survive the season. There was no version of early human life where social standing was optional. Evolutionary psychologist Robin Dunbar, famous for what's now called Dunbar's number, found something else equally important in his research on primate social bonds. Dunbar discovered that the size of a primate's social group correlates directly with the size of a specific region of the brain, the neocortex. Bigger social groups required more brainpower just to track who was friends with whom, who owed who a favor, who might betray you. Your brain isn't just built to think, it's built in large part to track relationships. So when a notification appears, you are not just seeing a red dot, some ancient circuit inside your skull, the same one that once tracked whether you were still welcome at the fire, lights up and asks, "Am I still in?" That question never goes quiet. It can't. It's not designed to. Here's the twist that changes everything. The discomfort you feel when you haven't checked your phone in a while isn't weakness. It isn't a personal failure of willpower. It's a finely tuned Ali arm system built over 2 million years, doing exactly what it was built to do. The alarm just doesn't know the village isn't real anymore. Think about how strange that actually is. A piece of glass and metal in your hand is triggering the same neural pathway that once helped your ancestors survive lion attacks and tribal exile. The wiring is ancient, the trigger is brand new, and nobody installed an update to tell the difference. There's something else hiding in this story, something that researchers have only recently started to measure directly. Neuroscientist Robert Sapolsky, who has spent his career studying stress hormones in primates, found that unpredictable social stress, not constant stress, but the kind that comes and goes without warning, produces dramatically higher cortisol responses than stress you can predict. Your phone is, in a very real biological sense, a constant low hum of unpredictable social stress. Will they respond? Did they see it? Why haven't they replied? Your body doesn't experience that as curiosity, it experiences it as vigilance. This is why putting the phone away doesn't feel like relief right away. It feels like exposure. Like standing in the open grass without knowing what's in the tall blades around you. So what do you do with all of this? Not delete the apps necessarily. Not throw the phone in a drawer and pretend 2 million years of wiring will switch off because you decided it should. That's not how ancient systems work. They don't respond to willpower, they respond to information. And the information is this. Your brain isn't broken, it isn't weak. It's doing exactly what it evolved to do, which is to scan constantly for your place in the group. The mistake isn't the scanning, the mistake is mistaking a notification for the group itself. The next time your hand drifts toward your phone for no clear reason, notice it. Not with guilt, with curiosity. That twitch is 2 million years old. It once meant the difference between belonging and being left behind, between safety and the open grass. It is not a flaw in you. It is one of the oldest, most loyal systems your body has ever built. It just never got the memo that the tall grass moved indoors, shrank down to a 6-inch screen, and started buzzing instead of rustling. Somewhere in your pocket or on the table beside you, your phone is waiting again. Your hand will probably twitch toward it before this video even finishes. That's fine. Just know this time exactly what's really reaching for it. It was never the phone. It was the oldest part of you, still checking if you're still in.